Do this right now. Let me do a little test, a little test, a little test, a little test. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing. You hear me? Oh, testing, testing, testing. All right. All right. Let's see. Boom, boom. Okay. Testing, testing. Okay. I gotta get rid of this shit. It's trash. Yeah, get rid of this. It's trash. All right, get rid of that. Go live. Gaming. Yeah, too. I think this method actually worked out good. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me listen to the thing, and then we're gonna start. See. Little test. A little test. Testing. 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 You hear me? Oh, testing. 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 All right. All right. Let's see. Boom. Ready again. Little test. A little test. Testing. 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 Get this up a little bit. Testing. Testing. You hear me? Oh, testing. 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 All right. All right. Browser. Let's see. Boom. Let's do another test. Okay. All right. Testing, 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 testing. ¡Ay, tu muchacho! ¡Ay, muchacho! All right, let's see. Let's see. All right. This should be all right. Okay. All right, perfect, perfect. Let's go. Let's get it. I don't know, man. You funny. All right. So anyway, let's start this video. Let's get this going. All right. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Wes. Back at you another. Today we're gonna be checking out this trailer for this game called Mexican Ninja. It's the official trailer for Mexican Ninja. I'm all about beat 'em ups, you know that. So we're gonna check this out. So with that being said, let's get it cracking. Oh, it's my boy. Say, hold on, who that? That's Nacho Libre. That's Nacho Libre. Nacho Libre. El ninja más cabrón races. Okay, hold on. Let's see this. I got a little something older. Hold on. You see how they changed the perspective? That's kind of dope. I like that. Okay. Oh, he's bodying people. Ooh. Fast-paced roguelike beat 'em up. This is what I'm talking about. This is the future of beat 'em ups. Roguelike. Again, I'm gonna make a video in more details about this, but this is the future of beat 'em ups. Adding roguelike features to a beat 'em up, like marrying the two. It has to be done in order to add more replayability to the beat 'em up. But anyway, let's keep going. So, all right, you have all of this stuff, upgrades to your character.
Every run is
Every run is
every
okay.
choice.
Ooh, hold on. You got the isometric view. Okay, okay. Top down isometric. Nice.
Every choice
Hold on. Did he just walk? Hold on. Let me see something.
is a new battle.
Okay, that's nice.
Every
I kind of like that.
choice, your destiny. Agarra te los huevos. Master the way of the donkey.
Hey. Oh, the ending. Hey. All right. So anyway, let's watch this video one more time. I give my critiques. The combat is I could use some work, but it's there. It's put it this way. All right. So let's watch this first one. Let's finish watching it. Let's watch this again.
Rises.
Okay, not bad. It seems like a archaic kind of beat 'em up. Mad crazy.
Every run is a new battle.
I didn't really see any
Choice,
juggles.
your
Let's see.
destiny. Agarra te los huevos. Master the way of the donkey.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen any juggles. Well, it does look like it's gonna be bloody. A lot of some gore. Let's see.
Cameron rises.
Let's see. Come on. Okay, they jump, so that don't count. Also, did he hit him? Hold on. Did he just hit him again? Let's see. Okay, so there might be a little juggling. I don't know, because they're not really showcasing that. I see a little juggle right there. I don't know if every move have juggling properties.
Your destiny. Agarra te los huevos. Master the way of the donkey.
All right, so anyway, I'm gonna give my quick critique on this game. The game looks pretty interesting. It's already in a step in the right direction. So it has roguelike features into it, which is again something I think for right now, for a while, until we hit a ceiling with beat 'em ups when it comes to adding a roguelike to beat 'em up, marrying the two. I think right now that should be a prerequisite to a lot of beat 'em ups, right? That's still something that hasn't been mastered and explored. So a step in the right direction, adding that feature. The combat seems like at least is a bit fast paced. I don't see much juggling. So if people like the juggling and beat 'em ups, I don't know if this is the beat 'em up for you. But again, this trailer doesn't give too much. It doesn't show that. It doesn't really. That's not the highlight of this trailer. I wish it was. Because I kind of like a beat 'em up is essentially like I want to say a venture fighting game. A fighting game that's environmental and PVE, right? You player versus environment or CPU, whatever you want to call it. So I think you want to showcase the highlights of your game. But I guess what I take from this is the highlights from this particular trailer is the fact is the fast paced roguelike isometric, so you're gonna get different viewpoints of the game. And the music don't seem bad at all. The music seems kind of, obviously Mexican. It has Mexican music or whatever the case may be, like a little touch of a little spice into it. But yeah, the game looks overall. I'm gonna definitely try it out, play it. This isn't a game that doesn't make me not want to play it. I'm very interested in how this game is gonna at least the demo, how it's going to play, how the game is going to feel. Any suggestions? Anyway, the developers, I think it's called Amber. I guess the development company is called either Amber or Mad Bricks. You guys at Amber or Mad Bricks, holla at your boy Wes. Give me a beta copy, alpha build, whatever. I'll help you guys, add some spice or add different things to the game, find any bugs, anything like that. But yeah, this game again, game's called Mexican Ninja. It seems pretty decent. Uh, and again, a step in the right direction. And I'm very interested in this kind of game. It has its own like feel to it, its own spice to it. When I like that, I like beat 'em ups. Um, that has its own feel. It doesn't seem like, honestly, it doesn't seem like it's any beat 'em up I've seen. Because of the different viewpoints, roguelike has a lot going on for it. So I think if the team who's creating this game, they figure out a way to mesh this well into something very conducive and appealing to the masses, then this game is going to do well. This game is definitely going to do well. And if it becomes maybe a 4-player game, 2-player, like if it's more than one player, then you're definitely going to get more people interested in the game. But yeah, what you guys go think in the comment section below. Is this game something that interested you? Do you need more to see from the game? Let a brother know. Let a brother know. Let's talk about it. All right. With that being said, this your boy Wes. I'm out here. Peace. Yeah, this game is pretty. This game is pretty interesting, man. This game is pretty interesting. I don't know. Yeah, German's early stream today. I took off um yesterday and today. I had to handle something, and I had this impromptu barbecue. I had this impromptu barbecue to test out this grill. This barrel grill that I purchased to see if I needed another one, needed to return it or whatever. And it worked out pretty well. I do not need another barrel grill. Like that one does a good job. And I'm probably gonna get another grill. I'm probably gonna rent out one grill and then use a smaller grill. Also, Elijah, you should come to the barbecue, man. Barbecue's in July. It's in July 19th or something like that. I think it's July. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I think it's in July 19th. Yeah. You should come, New York City, for a weekend. Chill with the boys. You and Ethan are invited. You said once you set up what? Why is this box not moving? Well, the barbecue's all the way in July, so I don't know. I'll send you the invite. You could come through if you want. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you the invite. You come through. If you can't make, you can't make it. But yeah, a lot of my family and friends are gonna be there.
In a
So come through, son. Come through. What up, Knockout King? And my grandma's calling me. People love calling me right now. Oh, already sent it? All right. I wasn't sure if I sent it or not. Hold on. My grandmother's texting me. Hold on. She's saying something to me. I'm gonna see. All right. While I get the other game that I need to look for. Yeah. Let me see something. Marvel. Oh, yeah. We're gonna look at a few things and see what's going on. I might see game invasion director on character selection creation. Trying to see something. Yeah, today we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff, man. We're gonna be I'm gonna do a few more trailers of stuff, and then after that, I am going to what do you call it? We're gonna play a few games. There's like 3, 4 games I gotta play, and then after that, I gotta edit and do all sorts of nonsense. Address the beast. What are you talking about? All right, so we're gonna look at Maximilian because usually he be having some stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna look at a bunch of stuff for address the topics at hand. The beast of the room. What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about Mango? I'm not addressing that, man. He did what he did, and that's it, man. I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna make a video talking about the community in general. I just have been very busy lately. The funny thing is, right? I was supposed to make a video, right? I had what? Your live is ineligible. Man, come on, man. Stop it, man. What are y'all doing? The notice is unclear. Yo, TikTok be just doing the most, man. But anyway, yeah. I was supposed to make a video, right? I'm still typing out like, my thoughts and everything. That's all the stuff that's been going on for the last few months. But I have not yet finished it because I've been very busy. I've been very busy. I was supposed to do it. A funny story, right? Before I start the next video, right? A funny story is that I was supposed to write it on a bus ride, but I couldn't do it because you know why? I ran me and my wife. All right, so we made it a day trip to DC to pick up something, right? To check something out. And on our way to the trip to DC, to our surprise, we took a 1 to 2 a.m. ride from New York City to DC. And to my surprise, or to our surprise, and it's funny, it's my own luck, right? It's our own bad luck, right? It's our own luck that we ran into this couple that reeked so bad that bro, I couldn't even think, and I've never I've smelled people that was bad, but I guess I never been around somebody who smelled that bad for that long period of time. Usually, if somebody does smell, I would leave the premise. I would evade the person, but it sucked because I couldn't avoid this person because the person was on a bus ride with us. And I couldn't get a refund. I mean, I wasn't trying to get a refund, so I was like, listen, we have to duke this out. So literally, me and my wife, we were on the bus like this, bro, like this, and it wasn't even helping. Wasn't even yo, bro. It was so bad. My wife, she came in clutch. She had peppermint spray, and she was spraying our hoodies and whatever fabric we had to put to our face. And you know what? It still didn't work for long. It, it got to. We had to. The goal was to do this. Try to smell our clothes with spray on it, with peppermint spray, enough that we go to sleep. So that way our minds aren't active to where we smell a stench, to where we could just pass out. Bro, it just wasn't working. And then the lady had a nerve to keep bumping into me when she kept going down the aisle, bro. Kept bumping into me, bending over. And bro, they stunk, bro. The whole family. The whole family stunk. The whole family. I think even the baby stunk, bro. Then she had a crying baby. Then they had a crying baby. I'm like, yo, I'm not taking Greyhound again, bro. My wife was like, "Oh, let's save a little money. Let's take a Greyhound." I'm like, you know what? I haven't taken a Greyhound in a while. The last time I've taken a Greyhound, honestly, was when I went on a trip with me and my boys, Mike G and Heen, and we took a Greyhound from New York City to California, New York City. Other than that, I took like Fongwa bus, mega buses. I haven't taken a Greyhound, and I see why I'm not taking it again. I advise you guys and girls, if y'all don't want to put yourself in the game of gambling, right? Of probability of getting of having the same feet as mine, right? Fate as me and my wife. Don't get a Greyhound. Just pay a little extra money for the bus. I mean, sorry, the train, the Amtrak. All right, pay a little extra money. I don't know why literally there was no reason for us to penny pinch. We had the money. We were just like, it's a little cheaper. Whatever, we'll get it. You know, we haven't been on Greyhound. It shouldn't be that bad. Why pay all that money when Greyhound is a little cheaper and, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that serious. No, it is that serious, man. It is that serious because here's how it works, right? Let me do a comparison, right? Greyhound is kind of like riding the city train, but 10 times worse, right? No, sorry. The Greyhound is like the Greyhound in comparison to the Greyhound and the Amtrak is like this. It's kind of like riding the city train or like the regular MTA trains or the LRRR. Those are like the differences between the Amtrak and the Greyhound. Like that's how it is. Like paid a little extra money just to get like more comfortability and no stench. You know, the probability of you getting stench is very low because usually people who reek like that, they don't got money like that, man. I mean, there are some smelly rich people, but the thing is, at least you. And the thing about a train is obviously there's multiple cars, so you can keep moving. But I think with Amtrak, you set to a certain seat. But regardless, the probability is very low because a lot of stinky people aren't going to be riding the train like that. They're trying to save money, usually, you know. So next time, Amtrak, son, especially a trip to DC, ain't that much. Oh, also Flex, the Flex bus. Is it called Flex or no Flix? Sorry, it's called the Flix bus. It's kind of like I don't know if it's a parent. It's a. It, I don't know if it's the parent company or like just a company that's associated with Greyhound. But anyway, Amtrak is better. And anyway, let's get to this video, man, because this is crazy, bro. All right, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? It's your boy Wes. Back at you another. Today we're gonna be checking out a lot of gameplay footage and dissecting and analyzing this different perspectives of this game called Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I've I've made some reactions, but unfortunately they're kind of outdated, and I didn't get a chance to upload. I've been a busy man, but we're definitely going to cover um I guess the mass majority of the current reactions, gameplay footage, and it's just going to give our critique on the game thus far. If it's a hard play, pass, or it's still in the rankings or in the runnings for, I guess one of the best beat 'em ups of the summer. I don't even know when it's coming up, to be honest. I think it's coming out this summer, I believe. I can't remember. But anyway, with that being said, let's get it cracking. Let's see. Okay. Yo, am I freaking delayed? Is my voice is my voice delayed? Yo, I feel like I'm freaking behind, man. What the hell is this? Yo, what's good, DS? Let me see. Properties. Oh, that's not it. Well, I'll see you in the footage and I'll cry later. All right. I gotta change this to advance. Yeah, I changed it to 250 ms. Whatever, we'll figure this out. All right, let's see what Max got here. Let's see what Max has been up to, man. All right, we're gonna fast forward all of this.
I get to talk about Cosmic Invasion. I played quite a bit and talked to the developers a whole bunch about Marvel Cosmic Invasion. They clearly knew who I was and my
Of course, people know who you are.
Obvious like Marvel versus Capcom games in the past and stuff like that. And we just got to like grind on it and play it and just give it a shot. The unfortunate thing is that it was only 2 players. It did not have the full functionality. It did not have like the full 4-player setup, the true madness, like all that kind of stuff.
So it's not finished.
Just to show you all. Yeah, at the beginning, there's not like that many characters to
Yo, this guy Max, man. I'm happy for him, but I'm a little jealous, man. Like, yo, this guy be getting all of the good beat 'em up stuff, man. All of the good beat 'em up stuff. Let me get some of that love, man. We are beat 'em up enthusiasts. Max like beat 'em ups, but he ain't no enthusiast like us, man. Like people back at our camp. He ain't. But anyway, let's get some love, man. Give us some love, man. Anyway, let's continue watching this, man. I want to be able to analyze this game, man. I want to be able to showcase this game for y'all, man.
Work with. There's only like so much in this roster, even though it will clearly be expanded. But this is like a one-player mode, right? And there was some stuff that was still being ironed out in general. Nova with a huge main is kind of awesome, by the way. This game is kind of nuts what it allows you to do. So I'm covering it right now, but there is a life bar up here. You notice that Nova just switched to Spider-Man. And one of the things I didn't really understand from the initial trailer is that this is a tag game. It's actually a tag team beat 'em up. So every single character that fights with you, let's see if we can get to a point where there might be, yes, multiple characters. As you fight with another person, that person also gets access to a second character. So you have naturally the ability to tag assist, all of these crazy functional things that even us as new players
Hold on.
not fully comprehending within like the naturally the ability.
Hold on a second. What did he say?
Tag team beat 'em up.
Tag team.
So
Okay.
every single character that fights with you, let's see if we can get to a point where there might be, yes, multiple characters.
Okay. So it's this girl, Captain Marvel. Then that's Wolverine. Okay. That's the two. So first player, second player have access. So first player has access to Captain Marvel and Captain America. Second player has access to Wolverine and Venom.
Characters. As you fight with another person,
Okay.
that person also gets access to a second character. So you
Okay.
have naturally the ability to tag assist, all of these.
You know what I thought he was saying? I thought he was gonna say like, yo, say if it's two players, I have access to Captain America and Miss Marvel, right? And then the other person has Wolverine and Venom. Like literally, we could both share the characters, like swap them around. That'll be freaking nuts. But nah, that's not what it is. Okay.
Crazy functional things that even us as new players were not fully comprehending within like the little bit of an hour time frame we were messing around with it. So no kidding, Venom and Spider-Man team up, and you can either tag directly into Spider-Man almost at any point. Like the tag functionality happens and refreshes really quick. You can tag into Spider-Man at any point, or you can bring Spider-Man in as an assist. And you actually, depending on the direction you press with the tag button, get.
I knew it. I knew they was gonna do that. So it seems like with this game, there's going to be a tag button, but that tag button is going to have three features, three functionalities. It's gonna have up and tag, I guess down and tag, and then right and left and tag is probably gonna be the same. And then there's gonna be a neutral tag. So that's up, down, left, right, neutral tag button. So there's gonna be four functionalities with tag, and I'm assuming the regular neutral tag will basically completely tag you out from Wolverine to like Venom, and then the directional tags will basically make your assist come out and do certain things like certain attacks for you. That's what I'm assuming. That's the only sense I could make of if I was to incorporate tags into the game.
Different assists. So you get directional assists, no kidding, like a fighting game that Spider-Man can do. And every character has a different directional assist. You can also do a tag assist, where instead of just tagging in, you can actually, no kidding, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the tag is going to happen, and on their incoming tag, they do a big attack, right? So you sort of like shake their hand as they come in and do a big strike and continue the combo. Like, no kidding. I was like, this is crazy. Characters also get like light and heavy attacks, but they also get a gimmick button. So not only do you have access to like the traditional beat 'em up sort of stuff and grabs and things, but characters get sort of unique interactions with enemies and the environment that is not the same for everybody, you know?
That's nuts.
So it gets crazy, man. Like you just get access to, I haven't seen these Avengers outfits since Marvel vs. Capcom 1. And that's what I will say, and you guys are obviously seeing it by watching this. The game visually has, like, I would say the art style, if not like the art design of an MVC1. Like the color choices and all of
Well,
that stuff. I'm like,
the,
the only thing that's
all right. Well, the thing is that the art style and the design is from Tribute Games. So essentially, it's like not like a reskin. It's almost like a pseudo reskin of the can't even speak. Shredder's Revenge in a sense. I don't know if Max really covered it like that, but that's literally what it is. It looks like a reskin, a little bit of Turtles Revenge, but obviously with the Marvel characters and all the different things. So that's the art style to me. But this is like you could tell, like literally, uh, developers they have their style, their art style, and this is definitely screaming Tribute Games all over, all over. This is how it looks with Turtles Revenge. I think what is it called? A little bit of Scott Pilgrim ish.
missing his Venom and his light blue outfit. But no kidding, like it absolutely very much reminds me of that TMNT era and also
Oh, there you go.
90s like NBC
There you go. See,
art style. Much different than NBC2. There's no music in this build. There's none of that kind of stuff. Like this is early. Even 4-player wasn't even fully functional. There were some gameplay things that were also acting weird. So
and this is good. It's good that they're taking their time with this game. A game this intricate, it should be another year. Don't rush this game. There's a whole bunch of other beat 'em ups coming out. And you don't want to shortchange this kind of game because we don't know if we're going to get a Marvel game like this in the future, especially if it bombs. Marvel don't play games. I mean, no pun intended, but yeah, Marvel, they don't play any games when it comes to their IP. Like if the game bombs, the concept bombs, you may not see it again. You may not see this kind of game again. So take your time, like, to the developers, man. You take your time. You guys got a good concept going. Y'all got something good going. So take your time with this game. Like, even if it takes another year and a half to make it, don't rush it. Because already, like, after this video, I'm gonna say my gripes on the game and things that I would feel need to be improved upon. Obviously, it's still alpha gameplay, so it's not even beta yet. It's still alpha build, so it's still early, super early. So this game is probably not coming out till next year sometime. I'll be surprised if it comes out at the end of this year. I'll definitely be surprised. That means they rushed or they already had in their minds. They probably have all the steps and everything put together to where, all right, we're gonna have we already got the beta made, and then we're gonna bring that out. I don't know, but I think this game's probably come out next year sometime.
This is obviously like an early build with not
What's
even
up,
all the
sorry?
characters that are playable. She-Hulk and Rocket were not in this build.
Yeah, so this game is
Either way,
bare bones.
It played very good. And the thing that I liked the most was that each character felt truly unique. Like
That's good.
playing Wolverine and
That's good. The reason why is a lot of beat 'em ups characters do not feel unique. I hate to say it, Turtles, because I know Tribute made Turtles. Turtles, a lot of the characters didn't feel like all of them kind of felt the same. They had the same attacks and all the other stuff. Like they didn't really feel too different from each other.
expecting straight Marvel versus Capcom Wolverine stuff. And he wasn't playing like NBC Wolverine. Let me go back here. He was playing much closer to a Konami X-Men Wolverine. Playing much closer to that. And
He's playing
had
like
similar
very
things where he would
grounded.
jump on a guy's back and claw at you and throw you over. I'm like, dang, that's like pretty much MVC reference. But a lot of the way that Wolverine played is a little bit closer to the Konami era. So this isn't just a thing. Obviously, Captain America has very much that pose, right? Many things are clearly being given like the respect and nod from the 2D games that came before it. But it's not just
This
the
guy
obvious
just
Capcom
dropped.
stuff. There's a whole bunch of Konami era and classic era like X-Men and Marvel nods all over the place in this game. Yeah, he has Swiss cheese. He has several things, but the way he plays is not like an MVC Wolverine. It is different, It's genuinely playing a bit different, but tag functionally, it feels like a fighting game, man. Like, no kidding. And I'll say personally, I talked to the devs about it, and I was just like, bro, like, is there a possibility for a versus mode? They said, we can't promise anything. We're not talking about that. So that was the only feedback that I had because I had such a good time.
This guy wants to turn this into a fighting game.
You get
No,
many
Max.
mechanics with each other. I am straight wondering if you can fight another person with it. And if it's just like a 4-player mode where we're all just beating each other up, like I'm like, I wish. That was the only request I had to the developers, was that I wish there was like a mode where player versus player was also encouraged in some way, because there's so much mechanical depth with the team stuff that it seems like that would just be super cool. That would be so cool, dude. But
only thing with that is that if you do PvP with this kind of game, you're gonna need. I always say this, right? I'm always saying this, right? I'm a big enthusiast when it comes to this methodology, ideology when it comes to making a fighting game. You gotta have a good balance between offensive and defensive options. This game doesn't look like I have good defensive options. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. So if you do PvP, dudes are gonna be just mashing buttons, like just freaking mashing, and you ain't go. What you gonna be able to do is literally gonna go down to who a tier list of. There's gonna be a team tier list, but it's gonna be locked into where if you have that team tier list, if you have like the top tier team, nobody could do nothing about it, like because the defensive options aren't there. The thing about having good defensive options is that with a lot of fighting games is that when you have that, although it is a tier list, the defensive options kind of make it fair or possible, not impossible, to win a battle of a high tier character versus a mid tier character. But
yeah, it felt like, in terms of beat 'em ups compared to like Ninja Turtles, compared to some of the stuff we saw in like Streets of Rage and things like that, it very much feels like sky's the limit. It like imagination and sky's the limit in terms of what you can do and what the game is going to allow you to do, which was very
hold
fun.
on, did this guy scream? Hold on a second. Let me see something.
Which was very when what the game is like.
Yo, you heard him scream?
And sky's
Oh, let me turn this up a little bit. He screamed.
the limit in terms of what you can do and what the game is going to allow.
Oh shoot, they added that. I appreciate little things like that. Little things like that. He screamed. Look at that. They put a little love into to the actual, like, I guess the putties of the game, the enemies. He screamed.
And sky's the limit in terms of what you can do and what the game is going to allow you to do, which was very fun. I think I ended up playing almost every single character except the one girl, right? The girl with the sword who looks really cool. The not Nova looking girl. But Venom was really fun. He had some incredible.
Oh, so that's not Captain Marvel? I thought that was Captain Marvel.
And I asked about costumes. Yeah, Quasar, whatever her name is.
Oh, it's
I asked about
Quasar.
costumes and colors and like reference colors and stuff like that. They said they will have more, so I'm sure Wolverine's gonna get his blue and yellow outfit. I wouldn't be surprised if Venom gets a blue costume, because now that's being referenced in even Marvel Rivals, the MVC Venom. So anyway, this game's gonna be crazy, man. You're gonna have 8 characters. Like, it is going to be an absolute, like, even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was bonkers. Even that game got kind of nuts with 4 characters on screen at any given time. This is just gonna have so
Okay, so you juggled them a little bit, but there's no. I still need
the classic X-Men game, which is the old school Konami one. And yeah, 8 characters is in.
All right,
you get 2.
so this
player 2 gets
juggling.
2, player 3, player 4, all get 2 characters, dude. It's gonna be nuts, man. I cannot wait for this shit to come out. I was really impressed with it. It's neat. It's just very cool. Like, ultra version of the classic X-Men beat 'em up, and it feels like obviously referential to like MVC in many ways. It's just taking all the classic games and sort of putting them into something that is like an amalgamation with even more characters, like way more characters. She-Hulk and Rocket, you know, are in this, and I wouldn't be surprised if there ends up being even more X-Men and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So yeah, with this right here, the game definitely is going to be like one of the most. It's going to be the beat 'em up with the most character selection. Like, as far as the an official beat 'em up with the biggest character selection. I'm not talking about fan made beat 'em ups. I'm talking about an actual official beat 'em up game with probably the most character selection in it. So that means, you know, there's more creative insight you could give to your combos. More people's gonna want to play it because now they have characters. They have different combinations. The combinations are almost not endless, but the combinations are gonna be ridiculous. Meaning that more people will gravitate to this game, because the problem with some beat 'em ups, usually you have like 3 archetypes, right? you have the big guy, and you have the regular dude that's like an Axel kind of archetype, and then you have the girl. That's usually the three archetypes you have. And then sometimes you have the archetype where the person is wielding a weapon. That's usually it. But other than that, you know, that right there, those three, I would say I would give it anywhere between 2 to 5 archetypes in your standard beat 'em up. And what that does, it kind of, I wouldn't say it alienates people, but it kind of doesn't open up the game to more people wanting to play it, you know? But this game right here is probably gonna break records. It might break records because of it's Marvel. It's a Marvel beat 'em up, and we have not had a Marvel beat 'em up in eons. It's been a long time. It's definitely been a long time coming. So this game is probably gonna break numbers. It might even surpass Streets of Rage numbers when it first came out. I think Turtles did already. So yeah, the IP alone is gonna go nuts. But yeah, I hope they don't rush this game, man. I really hope they don't rush this game. But let's see what happens. What's the next person? I'm gonna check this out. Hold on. We're gonna look at some more people. But so far the game looks pretty damn good. 4 days ago. Let's see what this person says. Hopefully
cool, and I can kind of with my final Summer Games Fest play days hands-on impressions.
Okay,
the reason this is the final one is because I was actually embargoed until yesterday to even talk about this game, but it's finally.
These dudes be getting the games. Yo, let me see this guy's channel, man. Let's see something, man. Let's see what you do, man. Let's see what games you play, man. Let's see. I see Max. Oh, this is probably one of Max's boys. That's what it looks like. Hold on. Yeah, that's one of Max's boys, I think. Yeah, this got to be one of Max's boys. Look. Yeah, this is one of Max's boys. Let me see. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he don't only do beat 'em ups. All right, gotcha. All right. I just wanted to see, you know what I'm saying?
Yo!
Our man's getting these games, man. How they getting early access? But you know, his subs count is ridiculous. It's like 100K, so it makes sense. So they're gonna give the big boys, you know, they're gonna give the big boys the stuff. I get it. I feel it. Let's see something.
Yesterday to even talk about this game, but it's finally done. I can finally say it. I played Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and it was awesome. There you go. Video done. No, this game is actually turning out very well. It's published by Emu, being made by Tribute Games, who recently made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, and of course the Scott Pilgrim game. And this is their follow-up to those, and they're quickly establishing themselves as one of the go-to for the renaissance of beat-em-ups we're having. So overall, how is Marvel Cosmic Invasion? And it's pretty awesome. As you probably saw from the trailers, it uses a tag mechanic. But here's the thing. It's not tag. It's not just, if it's one player, it's tag. No. If you're playing with 4 people, which is up to 4 players, which is down from 6, but it is for a reason because of the tag mechanic, everyone gets to choose 2 heroes. Everyone has a tag buddy.
That's nice.
So you're going to have a total of 8 heroes running across the game if you're doing 4-player. Now, they're not going to be all on screen at the same time necessarily, although there is stuff. But how does the tag system work? So just take Shredder's Revenge as your sort of base. That's going to be like your general, like, okay, this is how this functions with your attacks and your dodging and your special attacks, like your special AOE ones. But then you add a tag mechanic on top of it, and the tag mechanic feels very Marvel vs. Capcom because you can tap it and you can basically get an assist and you can hold it down and you can like swap out. So it actually functions very much like, say, Marvel 2 or maybe even Marvel 1. I don't know if Marvel 1 had quick assist tags, but yes, it functions like that. So I was playing as, Captain Marvel and Storm, and I would knock a character up in the air. And then I would tag into Storm, and she would continue the combo in the air. And then I'd tag back, and then maybe I'd do a big AOE at the end. So
that was dope.
You have
I like that little combo.
Mix-up potential within. So you have all these. You have way more. Do a big AOE at the end.
Yeah, see, that was a dope little team combo right here.
Back, and then maybe I do a big AOE at the end. So you have all these. You have way more mix-up potential within
I
this
still
game
need
to
Sims
do
for
stuff. And
OTG,
then you
man.
saw kind of from the trailer that was at Summer Games Fest with She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon, there was even synergy with certain characters and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot going on there with the game. And I actually, with the characters I was playing, you could like throw the sword and zip over to where the sword, lands on an enemy, stuff like that. Storm had, a lot of AoE stuff with her lightning bolts, which was very Marvel-esque and looking. Wolverine also has, he has a jump command grab that looks very much like X-Men versus Street Fighter. So yeah, I mean, if it's not paying direct homage, like it's not. These are all brand new sprites, by the way. Let me get that clear here. Nothing is like being rotoscoped or reused asset or whatever. This is all brand new animation. They're a little more shorter, squattier, cuter,
Ooh,
if you may.
I don't know if people peep that, right? I don't know if people peep that, right? So that means we're gonna get into a stage with Sentinels, bro. Look at this, Sentinels.
Grab that looks very much like
Where's it
X-Men
at?
versus Street Fighter. So yeah, I mean, if it's not paying direct
Where's it at?
homage, like it's not. These are all brand new sprites, by the way. Let me get that clear here.
I mean, Sentinels. Sentinels right there. What I want though, these guys better not be tiny, bro. I don't want to see tiny Sentinels. If the Sentinels are the same height as the characters, I'm gonna be kind of like, come on, man. I'll understand a little bit because it's a beat 'em up, so you scale it down. But bro, Sentinels better not. Me personally, I wouldn't make Sentinels, even if it's a beat 'em up. I would not make Sentinels that tiny. They gotta be big, man. They gotta be at least something where you probably gotta fight them differently. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight them differently. You can't just grab them and just do. Depending on what character you have too. But we'll see how they. Let's see. We'll see. Cause listen, in this little comic trailer, where the gameplay, not a gameplay, but comic like trailer right here, right? Animation. Sentinel, look how tall Sentinels are. Y'all better give me some big Sentinels, man.
Like being rotoscoped or reused asset or whatever. This is all brand new animation. They're a little more shorter, squattier, cuter, if you may. But the art style for Cosmic Invasion is actually following along a very specific 90s Marvel aesthetic. It's based off a run of Marvel comics from the 90s that was mostly about the spacefaring heroes in that time frame. But this game is taking that comic line and going like, okay, so what if that also affected Earth, or what would happen with the Earth-based enemies during this Marvel run that was all about sort of the Guardians and and Captain Marvel and all the other more space-centric heroes. So that's why you have X-Men in this game. That's why you're going to have She-Hulk in this game and stuff like that. So we're in, and also like it's why things look the way they do. So we played 2 levels. One was in a sort of back alley, which is a standard beat 'em up, and then we played one level that was on like the helicarrier for Avengers, or the Shield helicarrier, and we saw the Shield agents running out, and they were doing stuff in the background. It's all very dynamic and looks really good, and they're very much the '90s Shield guys. Like the uniform and everything in the art.
Here's what I think they should do, right? With the shield area. Let me see if he's gonna show it, right? Let's see. He's just going back and forth with showing the trailers for the game. But what I'm thinking, what they should do with the part with the shield agent shooting at the top of the ship, they should make it to where they are your allies, right? They are shooting actual gun like beams or bullets at the enemies. But what they should do is make it to where you gotta protect them. Obviously it won't be mission failed or nothing like that, but you protect them in order for them to continue to assist you. If you don't protect them, the enemies will go after. Like, obviously, program the AI to be aggressive to where they're definitely going after those shield agents and you. But that's when I think a swarm of enemies should come. Like, that particular part should just be a crazy amount of enemies just swarming the stage, just swarming the freaking stage to where you gotta take them out, and the shield agents are helping you, and they can actually kill the shield agents. So I think that would be dope if they actually add that part. Add that to that part, not just have them in the background looking all nice shooting.
Art style. Everything is evoking that specific run and era of Marvel comics from the mid 90s or so. Basically, the thing that Marvel vs. Capcom 1 was more or less going off of for that game and that game's backgrounds. So yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of Capcom comparisons here because look where you are. But as far as the game goes, at first I had to wrap my brain around it because I had to play Ninja Gaiden Ragebound for 15 minutes, and then Absalom for 15 minutes, and then I had to play this for 15 minutes. So I was like, boom, 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 and I was like, okay, brand new control scheme every 15 minutes. So I had to wrap my brain around, but it really isn't that difficult at all. It's very much Shredder's Revenge. If you're familiar with that game, you're going to be just fine here. And again, it's take that game, add a tag mechanic where you can get assist tags or you can do full swap tags. And again, I think they had separate life bars. So, if one character was getting a little too beat up, it would be a good time to like swap in for another, to sort of like keep your run going. So yeah, this is a game that aesthetically, sort of the UI even, all kind of follows along going on what Shredder's Revenge did, which Shredder's Revenge was very much taking the 80s Ninja Turtles cartoon for all of its direct inspiration. This is going mid-90s Marvel Comics for its direct inspiration, and it's turning out very well. Again, the characters are a little shorter, a little more compact, and that's so they can have a lot of characters on screen. That's also so they can do a lot of things in the background, so the backgrounds are not kind of sort of just static or like one character like kind of just doing one repeating animation over and over. Like again, you'll see like Agent Shields run out on the helicarrier, and they'll like go and they'll take cover behind something and fire their weapons at at the aliens or whatever. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can tell you this though, I don't know what's going on in the lore of this game, but I can tell you that they're actually taking it very seriously, and there are people within Tribute Games who are being very careful to make this story make sense or very much be a direct homage to this run of comics from the 90s for Marvel. So it's kind of interesting that there's actually a lot of lore being taken into consideration for this game. This is not a sort of like thrown together slapdash game. I didn't get to play the game very long, so I don't have a very large hands-on time. But I did see Spider-Man, I did see Venom, other characters. Again, I only really got to play as Captain Marvel and Storm, and I'm fine with that because they're different and they're cool, and I can kind of guess what Wolverine's gonna play like. So
hold on,
there's
OTG.
But again, there's like so I can kind of guess what Wolverine's gonna play like. Different and they're cool, and I can kind of guess.
Let's see that. Let's see if there's OTG in this game. Hold on. Speed. What's the speed? Okay.
Wolverine.
Which one did he hit? I don't know if he. Hold on.
I can kind of guess.
All right, that one bounced.
Wolverine's gonna.
I don't know. That's not technically an OTG, man. I don't know. Because he hit the floor. He didn't hit the floor completely. You gotta lay flat first.
So I don't have to worry about that. But again, there's like 15 characters total in the final game. So there's going to be, you have those 15 characters, and then again, with the tag mechanic and the different synergy between the tag and how combos and stuff are going to work based off of that, you're going to get a very large number of different play styles depending on how you go. Not because 15 is already like a large amount of characters.
Yeah, 15 characters for a beat 'em up, that's a lot, man.
Go with. But like also jumping in there with the combination of how you're going to make. But they're aiming to have a lot more ready to go at the start for Marvel Cosmic. But they're aiming to have, and that's pretty cool because Shredder's Revenge is pretty replayable, and they kept adding characters over time with the DLC. But they're aiming to have a lot more ready to go at the start for Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and it's turning out just very well. Like it's exactly what you want. Like, did you like Shredder's Revenge? Yes, you did. Of course you did. If you didn't, you're weird. And would you like to see that with a Marvel comic aesthetic from the 90s? Yes, you would. If you don't, then you're weird. So yeah, it turned out very well. Like it was the least shocking, but also wonderfully fun to play game where it's like, yes, here's the game, from these really good developers doing what they do best. Does it play well? Of course it does. So yeah, Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming this fall. It's probably going to be on everything, I imagine, just like Shredder's Revenge was. I don't think you need to worry about that.
Really?
And again, because it is going
to
be
2D,
beautiful.
I guess they're going to be bumping up
graphics.
again.
I don't think you have to worry about anything.
I'll wait till next year, man.
Probably your wristwatch will probably be able to handle it. So yeah, this game's turning out well, and I'm very excited to play more. I unfortunately can't give you a detailed hands-on. I can just tell you that a lot of the mechanics that made Shredder's Revenge work also work here, such as the dodging mechanic. You know, where you're beating up an enemy and an enemy starts powering through or does like an armored attack through your barrage of attacks. If you use the dodge, you can avoid it and you can slip to the other side. So works the same way, you know, dodge and then like you flip sides on the enemy and you keep beating them up and doing that. If you spam the dodge too much, you know that'll also be its own sort of risk because you are risking other enemies hitting you because like you're gonna like dodge into attacks and stuff like that. So you do have to pay attention to that. I don't remember that there were a lot of enemies on screen, but I don't ever remember it being too much of a problem. Sometimes if you were tagging too much, like you were trying really hard to like use a quick tag to come in and out with your characters and mix it up with
Oh,
you know,
look,
some of their
Thanos in the
special moves,
background.
that could get a little cluttered on
I
the
just
screen.
I
And it's
just peeped
obviously
that.
something that they're thinking about.
That
But
Thanos?
for the most part, I didn't really ever have any trouble keeping track of my characters. Come in and out with your characters
That's Thanos right here. Oh shoot. Okay.
and mix it up with you know, some of their special moves.
I be paying
That could get
attention
a
to
little
Thanos.
cluttered on the screen. And it's obviously something that they're thinking about. But for the most part, I didn't really ever have any trouble keeping track of my characters. They're all very bright. They all have very distinct colors, and they're all very easy to keep track of. Like Storm looks like Storm, you know. Wolverine, you know, is you know, mustard and brown Wolverine, you know. And the characters, Spider-Man looks like Spider-Man. Venom is a big old gloop monster. So it's not a fighting game, but you
All right, so I'm done with that guy. You know, he said a decent amount. Ain't say nothing too groundbreaking, but you know. Let's see. I think it's this dude, right? Let me see something. I think this dude played it, but let me see something. Let me see major player. Oh, there we go. Think. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something. Second. I think. See. I think we have more. Actually, let me see. This the dude. Mm, think. All right, so we're gonna go to. Yeah, we're gonna check this guy out right here. Oops, wrong thing. Not that. Where did it go? or this dude right here. This I
You're gonna
think is
play
actually
this
a game.
game over and over and over. And I'm so happy Marvel gave tribute games to this. Now I'm gonna show you a little bit of alpha gameplay, not too much, but gonna show you just a little bit.
Hold on a second, that's not it. It's something else. I'm missing something. Hold on. Alright, so I found it. Alright. Alright, we're gonna check this out. I think this is it right here. Yeah. I think it's called On Point. Let me see. Here we go. Alright. Let's check this out. And next. So yeah, check them out. It's called On Point for Gamers. These guys covered a bit of the game. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. All right.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Money, and we are here at Summer Games Fest, and we are gonna check
All right, the
out
character selection
Marvel
went a little bad.
Cosmic Invasion. Let's get it.
How to play.
Let's do it.
So, classic beat 'em up moves.
Yep.
You double tap the sprint. You can charge your melee attack. Every playable character has a different
Charge
power
attack, melee attack.
Like Spidey, some are ammo, so you only have like 3 or 5.
Gotcha.
They regen with time.
Okay,
some dodge,
it's not
some
cheesy.
block, depending on the and some can fly, so you double tap the fly. You get out of flight mode by pressing A. And all of them have special attacks, obviously. And what you experienced already, you can swap from like the 2 heroes you have. But this is where like the game really comes special.
Okay.
The swap dynamic, the combo assist, the power assist, the tackle assist. So, and when you're really in trouble,
Special assist.
you can hold. You hold left, and then you press right and both characters will do their assist.
Hold on a second. So it says hold plus button. Oh, so the way the works is not left and right? Really? So I guess, oh, these are, wow, there's like 4 or 5 different specials. So it's a swap. So that's the launcher swap is basically when your assist comes in, and I guess they hit the person, or they do a launcher, then they swap. Then the combo assist, I guess he does some crazy thing, combo. The assist comes in and do a combo and leaves. The power assist, the assist does like maybe a special. I mean, sorry, like a power move, and then the tackle assist, maybe the assist comes in and do like some type of charge attack. Then the special assist is obviously self-explanatory. That's kind of crazy.
So this is where it gets.
That's dope. All right.
Characters
Hold
will
on.
do their
Do
assist.
assist,
So
okay.
this is where it gets, and both characters will left, and then you press right and both characters will do their assist.
Do assist,
So,
Let me see this again.
so you hold left, and then you press
Oh, you hold the left button. That's what he's talking about. Left trigger.
right and both characters will do their assist.
Oh, so So the assist button is a whole bunch. The assist button is always an attack, some kind of form of attack. It's yeah, the assist button. So to swap. Oh, so basically, to swap to swap heroes, you press it. You don't press and hold. That's how you swap heroes. Now, in regards to doing different kinds of assist functions, you gotta press and hold the left trigger, then do, I guess, A, X, Y, B, and then to do a special. It makes sense, you know. In order to do, what is it? So power combo. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. Because jump A is to jump, and then A is a launcher for your assist. So obviously you're sending the enemy off the floor. So your assist is coming and doing a launcher. But I think launcher swap is basically something where you launch the person and then assist, you swap basically. So your assist comes and launch the person and then you go and then your swap. Now the assist is in the forefront.
So this is where it gets
Yeah, this game is deep.
crazy on screen. So the most difficult thing in Marvel Cosmic Invasion is picking your two characters. So you'll have 15 to choose from.
Nice.
So if you don't mind going back to arcade.
And so there's gonna be a full campaign,
Yep.
obviously story, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so go option, so you'll be able to join in.
Can we repeat the characters?
If you want to keep the same characters, go ahead.
No, I mean, can he?
Oh, yes,
use
yeah,
the
yeah.
same
Same person?
character?
There can be like two
Okay.
Captain, four Captain America.
Okay. So
Damn. So it's
But
confirmed.
always good, like, to
Four
have,
of the
like,
same
a
characters.
very broad team.
Dang. So
This is
they
good. You have, like,
they
both
they
Captain,
smart, man.
which is a really good
That's gonna be
character.
crazy. So that means
Very
so that definitely means there's gonna be different outfits, different costumes. That way, so you could differentiate between who is what Captain America, or that, you know, you can have that. Like, what they could do also, they could add like the little border, like the little outline over the character, over the player. So player 1 is like red, player 2 is like a blue outline, player 3 is your yellow outline, player 4 is a green outline. So they could do all of those things, characters and outline,
strong.
character,
really.
costume, and outline.
And you have Storm, which is more of a control character. So her special is really powerful.
Oh, that's kind
But
of
if you
quick.
charge her melee attack, she will send out sort of.
Oh,
like
there's no
a
OTG
small
in this game.
tornado. It's gonna
Yeah, there's no
trap the
OTG
enemy.
in this game right now. There's
Every
definitely no
character
OTG.
Is very different, and we tried to build on the personality of the characters.
There's juggling, but no OTG.
There's a lot of replayability.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you can experience a game, play a level with Cap. You play with Venom, you get something totally different.
I love the fact that you can bring in that second person that you have, because if you were like playing alone, for
That's the
instance,
special, I guess,
it
right
almost
there.
gives you like that co-op feel without having another
Exactly.
player, which
And
is really dope.
Since there's so many characters, also, we don't want to have like give FOMO to the gamers out there. So
Yeah.
at least you can choose two.
Like,
So-
which one?
Exactly. The campaign mode will permit you to replay levels. If you play the arcade mode, it's, you know, a classic linear experience.
So yeah, all right. So what he said in the beginning about characters with projectiles, I don't know if y'all peeped that. So characters with projectiles like Storm, Spider-Man, I guess I don't know. Would the Captain America count as his shield? But anyway, I know for sure Storm and people like Spider-Man who throw out his web, they have a limit of amount of those projectiles they can use per fully charged amount. So as you can see, Storm has 3 out of 3, 3 for 3, and she used it, and then it's gonna go down to 2. But it recharges pretty quick. I don't know how like the recharging mechanics are. Like if you attack more, like if it's based around just waiting and attacking people will build it up faster.
Very good.
So let's
If
see.
you're with friends and you do a full playthrough with a couple brews.
Yeah, see, it didn't show. It should show.
Like,
Oh, he swapped. All right, so he swapped out for Storm. Okay. So all right, so Captain America's shield doesn't count as a projectile. It doesn't fall victim to projectile refreshments. Refreshing.
Timothy Schroeder's Revenge or
Yeah, so you have 2 Captain America. That's crazy.
The game really came to life in couch co-op.
So I'm trying to. I guess I'm wrong.
Super fun to play.
Oh, so all right. So that's her projectile. But yo, it refreshed so fast. Look at that. Look at Storm. So she threw out a projectile. So yeah, she threw a projectile. So this is considered her projectile. I guess certain moves she does aren't considered projectiles, but this definitely is. And it went from 3-3-3 to 2-3. But look how fast it freaking refreshes. I mean, obviously it's the alpha build.
Super fun to play.
Look, so I'm assuming. Again, this is the alpha build. I'm assuming it refreshes the more combo. Like if you hit enemies, then your projectile refreshing, your characters will refresh a lot faster, rather than just standing there and not doing anything. So I mean, that's kind of that's a balance. Because I was worried. I was like, damn, am I going to be able to spam projectiles forever?
By yourself, but with friends, it gets.
See?
Like,
Boom,
hectic.
that refreshes
Gets super
fast.
fun.
Yeah, I'm loving this like resurgence. We're getting a nice little resurgence of like couch co-op games. You know, let's bring it back. Let's go, bud. What are you doing up there?
Okay, again, there's no OTG in this game. What do you do about the flight? What do the enemies do about the flight characters?
Let's go.
Our objective
Yeah,
is
see,
to
no
make
OTG for sure.
classic.
But again, this is the alpha build.
Classic gameplay mechanics and give them a modern feel. So
That's awesome.
Okay, that's her
our objective
role
is
right
to make
there.
retro hard games.
She changed this, like, that's nice.
To make, like,
It's very
family-friendly
seamless when it
games.
comes to changing too.
Absolutely.
And they need to play like we remember, like the good old games that we had in our childhood. So
100%.
when you go back to an old classic title, an old school beat 'em up, they feel.
Oh, that's the
it can
boss
feel
right there. Who that?
constantly Difficult. The hitboxes, you're not well aligned, and you always hit. You know.
Oh, he's getting bodied. Oh yeah, so you can't reach. Now he's dead. He died that fast? Jesus.
That's cool for everyone. So if you're bad at games, you just
Okay, that wasn't a
smash and have
boss
fun.
or a
But
mini
if you're,
boss.
like, a
That's just
hardcore
like,
gamer that
I guess,
knows what he's doing,
I want to
speedrunner,
say an elite
crazy
enemy,
combos,
enemy that's like
and
a
just
little higher
utilize,
class than the regular
every
enemies.
character perfectly. That's there's something for you in that game because obviously
Okay,
this is something
so
you want
the
to build.
characters that are go airborne, those characters are definitely,
It just kind of
you know, not necessary, but
remember
are
it
are
feeling
good to
like
have in your team for
but
enemies that go in the air.
just smooth and I really love bringing in that second player, like your other character. Like that's so sick.
So this is
Oh, that's
alpha, and it
kinda
feels
nuts.
Already pretty
Yeah,
tight.
like it
you
already.
know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's very sharp.
Yeah, the combo system is not bad.
It's not perfect
Again,
yet, but
I would love to see a little more OTG,
Well,
like some OTG.
What's the time frame?
we're releasing end of the year Q4
Dope.
holidays.
Holidays. Awesome.
Oh, so it's holidays, not
Under
fall.
the Christmas tree somehow.
There you go.
Digitally,
All right, that makes sense.
eventually physically.
Nice.
So
Yeah, so you can't hit her again.
Nova,
Wow, he missed it. But again, this is alpha build, people, so don't go
everything about
crazy.
Nova,
I don't want to go
really good
crazy
against these guys.
and say, oh, why he didn't catch him.
Really strong shield. So if you go B, you'll do your dodge and you'll be able like to go behind.
Nice. Well, when I bring in Cap, he bashes them and
Yeah.
just gets rid of the shield from you. It's beautiful.
So yeah, since Nova can fly, it's pretty useful to have a flying character.
Ooh,
with
so
those
she
attacks.
she could do her she could do her
So
combos in the air too.
level. So sometimes you feel like only melee characters that do work
Look, I
at the
can
bottom of
talk
the
along.
screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So big swarm coming, so make sure to have enough focus to unleash your special attacks.
That was
Just
what
a fun
well,
point. There you go.
Let's go.
Very
Damn,
nice.
man, enemies, bro.
Oh man, I just
Oh, they bodying them. Oh, damn.
Cleaning the screen. I love it.
awesome.
You guys are good.
Thanks. Man. Thanks. See, there's only two of us, but it feels like there's four.
You guys are actually four.
Yeah,
This is gonna be a fun time, man. This is gonna be a fun time right here, man.
Hot dog. Let's go.
Secret Plus Hospital Wednesdays. What the heck is that? What channel is that? Secret Plus Hospital Wednesdays.
The game is roughly based on the 2008 Annihilation Wave series.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So you'll start your adventure on Earth in Marvel's version of New York City. Then you'll go eventually up to the cosmos, where it's gonna get cosmic, obviously.
Nice. Well, that's the name for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm.
So
Oh, you
nice.
don't like that one.
That power attack where he like just stabs the enemy is
So that's his power attack.
What's happening here?
I don't think there's no grab. I don't think there's just straight grabbing in this game. Every character can't grab. I think it's just like a power. Every character has a special ability,
Oh,
and you know their special ability may or may not be a grab. So I'm assuming She-Hulk, Wolverine, and Venom.
yeah. That elemental damage from shield from Storm just melted away Beetle's shield.
yep, yep.
That's a very good combo against this boss.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, execution. Did he run away?
Oh, this guy
Yeah,
dip.
he has elemental powers as well. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he cheesing.
So he doesn't know that I can throw my shield when I'm in the air. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be prepared. Let's go.
Oh, you're getting bodied.
It's going down. It's gonna happen. Get out of here.
Yeah, they stopped the combos, man.
Let's go.
You can't go crazy in combos in this game.
Messing with us. Let's go. Oh, you're going down, bro. It's done. He doesn't even know what he's doing right now. He's afraid. He's living in fear.
Don't be afraid to use Storm's.
So here's what I'm thinking, right? You see how Storm and Wolverine, they have they have their life bar at the top, and it's the green bar, and then there's the red part of the green bar. I think that what they're gonna do, and paying homage to games like Marvel vs. Capcom, they're probably gonna do something to where you could regenerate, like heal a little bit of that life that's left by swapping out your assist. I think that's gonna be something. I could be wrong, but I don't know if the people who are playing this demo peep that or is even gonna try that out. But I think that might be something that they're gonna incorporate in the game. If they're gonna pay, if they're doing it, if they want to like pay more homage to Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Storm's dodge. It's really solid.
Not gonna let him rest.
No.
He's dead. No, he's not gonna hit the ground. Sorry.
He's already dead.
Stop hitting him. He's already dead.
Okay, now you could juggle people.
You gotta get those points. You know what I'm saying? Look at that combo. Look at that combo. He's dead. It's over.
Okay, but bosses you could juggle. That's
my God.
weird.
Cancel my next appointment.
I'm just kidding.
Great job, guys.
That's weird.
But I would've so dope, right?
All right. Hey, do you mind if I go sit on the
Yeah,
other side?
yeah, for sure. For
Or,
sure.
or in the middle?
That's weird. Bosses you could do that, but you can't do that to enemies.
No, no,
Sorry,
no.
I'm
It's
getting
all good.
old.
It's all right, man. You lasted
Old
way
looking
longer
games,
than I
old
would have.
Ds.
There you go.
Awesome.
Oh, man. Oh.
Second stage, helicarrier.
All right, let's see if we get to that guy. He wants to.
Oh, nice. They zoomed in a little bit.
This guy. Oh, there you go. Woo. I mean, it feels so powerful too. Like you guys really did a great job. Like launching people across the street. It just feels badass.
Yeah, every character.
It doesn't seem like very crazy like TMNT, like the launching. So
yesterday,
more
I
controlled.
don't know if you caught at Summer Game Fest, we unveiled like two more playable
Oh, yeah,
characters.
yep.
Rocket Raccoon,
I just jumped off the
She-Hulk.
map. Yep.
and these two characters are so polarized, but they work so well together.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. So
How many are you guys gonna have?
total at launch, 15.
15?
15 characters. That's a lot for a game of this scope.
Yeah,
15 playable
for sure.
characters.
Yeah, that's a
Pixel
lot.
art,
Oh
that's
shit! I fell.
hand drawn. You know, it's not.
That's awesome.
It's our own engine.
That's
There's
sick.
no. There's a lot of heart, a lot of work.
Yeah,
Our
for
animators
sure.
are
Incredible.
brilliant at their work.
Incredible. Like it just.
This
looks
is
so
crazy.
smooth. It feels so good.
Hand drawn, and what do they do? Over like layering the pixels?
There's references, but every frame of every animation is hand drawn.
That's
Mm.
awesome. That's really
Okay, we got juggling, baby.
There's
Okay.
no rendering or there's no.
Yo.
There's no in between.
This damn game is so good.
We'll be wrapping up very soon.
No,
I'm
man.
sorry.
This is too good. Oh my god, I keep throwing myself off the damn plane. It's like I want to see the world. That was dope. I got my cap and he threw his at the same time.
So yeah, so it's like when he dies,
Yes, absolutely.
when enemies die, you can't juggle them anymore.
Don't wake up.
That's it.
Let's go. Let's go.
One thing
Try to throw me down.
that I noticed that's very Shredder's Revenge-ish is that the game, the enemies, if y'all didn't notice, the enemies have no life. But I think the old X-Men games, the X-Men arcade game, the enemies didn't have life. You just literally just fought them until they just died or exploded. So, I mean, I guess that's cool. That's something different.
Oh, it was like I felt like that was a basketball shot. Like I was 3 points.
Not all beat 'em ups
Yeah.
need to have that.
Let's go.
Venom has that ability to grab on to enemies. And
Okay,
snatch
there's
and
definitely
get the
juggling
ground.
in this game.
So, what
There's
if you had
control
Venom,
too.
That would have been.
Just slammed them into the
Oh
hole.
yeah, you can.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Wow. I like falling off apparently.
Every good beat 'em up out there needs an elevator, exotic
Facts.
stage. So
I have to.
level 2.
That's a big ship, bro.
There you go.
I have an elevator like this. It's a big ship, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah. So Cap with his shield,
Big airplane,
if
bro.
well
Damn.
timed, can block, parry, and deflect those bullets back to them.
Oh, that's dope.
So this guy, Wolverine, perfect here. I just launch people right off the map.
Yeah.
See you later, sucker. Get out of here.
I know they're gonna have Iron Man. They better have Iron Man.
Oh shit! I hit myself. God damn. What the shit? All right.
All right. Oh, that pizza replenishes the life
Yes.
of every character on the screen.
Oh, you see the
Oh,
shield
does it?
guys?
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of a party pizza.
Yeah, because you know a lot of times you'd be like, "No, I needed that."
Yeah.
You get mad. Let's go.
Ooh, caught him.
No couch drama.
No couch drama. That's
So now
it.
let's see
That's it.
if those
A lot of
guys
couch
are actually
drama, depending on
like
the game.
shoot enemies. See the shield agents right there? Let's see.
Wolverine's so badass.
What up, Ace?
Yeah, he feels powerful.
Yeah, and then you know
When just his simple melee attack when you charge.
Okay.
It gets really strong. A thing I love doing using Cap.
They shoot enemies. Now,
you can
will the enemies,
activate the Gatling gun
do the enemies kill them?
with his shield from far away.
Let's see. Pay attention. Let's see. That's kind of
That's
cheap.
so fun.
yeah, it's so dope. Oh man, you know also I've realized in a bunch.
Oh,
of
they
scenes,
helping
there's,
out, but
like, a background
they can't get
of
hit. That's
things
kind of
happening.
cheap, man.
So it makes you feel like you're a part of a bigger thing that's taking place, and not just your slice of it. Right?
Yeah, there's a couple Easter eggs and there's content in the background. There's great
Nice.
parallaxes, obviously.
Yeah, this game's gonna be
A lot of,
dope.
like cool levels. Like I said, starting on Earth and going elsewhere, Savage Land, and you know, in the latest trailer we unveiled, She-Hulk
Oh, they-
and Rocket Raccoon. The comic book fans out there will be able to see a couple environments and
Nice.
figure stuff
They
out.
bodying them.
Maybe,
Nice.
probably.
Mm.
That's awesome.
it was a dream come true for us and kind of
I
a
can only
bucket list
imagine.
project, you know.
Like, how did that come? Did you guys seek it out, or did they come to you?
Short answer to this is they came to us, but the
Nice.
project came to us naturally after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge.
That was also fire, by the way.
Yeah. So
Did you grow up playing classic Marvel arcade games?
yeah, obviously, you know the team, our game director Fred, you know they grew up on that. They're still collecting like, you know, classic retro games.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, you can hit him out of the grab. Okay.
Even our animators, you know, in some sprites and some animations, they'll be referencing.
Yeah, Storm looks kind of. She looks kind of
very
OD.
niche stuff out there.
She looks kind of
there's a
OD,
lot
man.
art, and we're pour ourselves into every pixel.
That's really cool. So, like, I know you guys have like worked on like with many different franchises, like Scott Pilgrim and Ninja Turtles, and like, how was it transitioning to Marvel and like that's such a vast world of like characters, and like, how did it
Yeah,
differ?
Storm is OD.
Did it bring any new challenges, and like, what was it like?
Seriously, we were expecting a very rigid, very big structure.
Yeah.
Working with Marvel, we were expecting, you know, a very corporate approach. They have guidelines, but they're surprisingly a small team, very responsive. So our narrative
That's good.
designer was like pitching like crazy ideas, and they were like just like giving us like simple guidelines and go play with this. Yes, this is good. This is good. Like in 36 hours, they were coming back to us with, you know, answers.
Oh, shoot.
And we were able
Taskmaster,
to be
son.
super creative.
You fight Taskmaster?
That's really cool to see.
Taskmaster,
The GOAT.
so he'll emulate the type of attack you'll be like
Nice.
throwing at him. And so he's right now blocking almost everything because of his shield. So when he drops the shield, now is your time to get him.
Oh,
So,
let
would
me
you
see
say
what
that
he can
Marvel
do.
Cosmic is among like the more fun games you've worked on, like, you know, in terms of enjoyment level making it.
You know, obviously,
Those ones.
it's one of the most imposing and impressive IP for sure. But we have so much freedom to
Oh, this
build
guy's just
and
getting molly
such
bopped,
a
yo.
rich roster of
He
characters.
just standing there getting his
and
ass rocked.
Having the ability to build the perfect roster was a really difficult task.
That's like,
Really fun,
yeah.
but very difficult.
I gotta imagine that you're like having such a huge roster and world has to be both the most intimidating and freeing thing.
Guys
like,
getting
so much possibilities, but it can also be
block
a lot
locked.
to choose
Well,
from.
our narrative designer was able like to cherry pick, obviously, you know, great characters from the roster, and it was like a decision we all made together, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you're done. You're done.
I cannot
You're
say
done.
too much. You guys did a really good job.
Damn.
Again, he's already dead.
Bro, he's taking it like pretty well.
Way too much
Yeah.
fun when I got this game at home.
Oh yeah.
my God,
yeah.
all right, there it is.
Oh, you finally gave him mercy.
Yeah, he got the. He doing the TMNT thing.
Is there anything,
He's doing the TMNT
like,
thing
were
with
you
it.
kinda afraid to just
You
carry them,
die,
or did were there,
and they start
things you're
shaking,
like,
and then they drop. They jump up a little bit, and they fall.
Any familiar
That's that
faces, like,
Shredder's Revenge thing.
favorites,
Okay.
And for the rest, you know, suggest things, and
obscure
we'll approve them or not. And we were able to go and pick very niche.
Does
That comic book comic book fans will like go, wow.
Nice.
So
Nice. That's
obviously
awesome.
Rocket Raccoon, you know,
Yeah, that's really cool.
I
That's
mean,
really
that is
cool.
cool.
That is cool. That's real dope.
Does Mr. Negative show up? You ever caught obscure?
What? We don't know. We don't know. You can't say.
We'll
They're
see.
not gonna answer that.
holidays,
Holidays.
2025, almost at the end of the year.
Listen, very, very excited.
Thank you for
All right, so real quick, before I take a little intermission, I'll be back in a bit. Hold on. Huh? What you say? Make sure I vote. For who? Oh, all right, whatever. So yeah, quick, huh? Quick. So basically, let's reel it back, people. Let's reel it back. Let's talk about the mechanics of the game. So let's go right here. Mechanics. Based off of watching Max's reaction and his gameplay and just his critique on the game, the game's the soul when you passing by. All right. Anyway, so the gameplay mechanics of this game, right, is very in depth for a beat 'em up. Uh, the meats and potatoes of the mechanics of this game is definitely going to be the swapping mechanics. It's definitely going to be the tag team mechanics. As you can see on the right hand side, you're able to swap out heroes. And then left trigger, it has like a tree of different other functionalities, which is launcher swap, combo assist, power assist, tackle assist, special assist, and it's gonna basically have a lot of different combo abilities, like a lot more freedom in this game when it comes to combos. Uh, Obviously you have your charge attack, you have your melee attack, you have your charge attack, you have your power attack, you have your defensive action, which is I guess each character has some kind of dodge or whatever that character has. That's their evasive maneuvers that they could do. Then other characters obviously have the flight mechanic, like Storm, Nova, etc. And obviously they have the special attack, and then also you have a special attack that you could do when you hold it. You do some crazy um team special with whoever. So I gotta see that. That's gonna be pretty interesting because they didn't really showcase that too much in the alpha builds of this game. So the game is gonna be very in depth when it comes to the combos, the different strings you could do, things of that nature. Now, when it comes to the character selection, this is that particular thing, or rather, this particular thing is something that's very unique to beat 'em ups. Again, like I said, usually beat 'em ups have three archetypes, like anywhere between 2 to 5 archetypes. This game is gonna have a vast majority of different archetypes because they said upon release it's gonna be like 15 characters. Hey, they could surprise us. They give us more than 15 characters. But regardless, that's a lot of characters in the beat 'em up, and a lot of them, with these different characters, they're different archetypes, different feels. Meaning more players will be drawn in because some of the times a lot of people don't like beat 'em ups is because they don't have a character they could kind of relate to, that kind of they can identify with. So this game is definitely going to bring that um attraction to it because of the characters, the different strings you could do with the characters. Um, Now, when it comes to the mechanics in regards to juggling and stuff like that, it's definitely juggling. You could definitely juggle people till they die. But obviously after they die, like regular enemies and I guess elite enemies, you can't keep juggling them. The game just tells you, nah, chill out. But bosses, it seems like you could juggle them till whenever. I'm assuming they're gonna get rid of that after the alpha build. More, I don't know, maybe because in Turtles you couldn't do stuff like that. Because this game is resembles Turtles, so we'll see what happens. In regards to the music, I haven't heard the music, but I'm definitely sure the music is going to be freaking phenomenal because they're gonna have crazy imposers. If they got .emu and tribute games involved, they're gonna bring their vets. They're gonna bring the I think it's Team Lopez. They're gonna bring this guy, my man T. They're gonna bring him in here and whoever else. I think Olivier. Hopefully they bring him in this too as well. He's the guy that helped compose like half of the Streets of Rage music catalog soundtrack. So I'm hoping they bring T and Olivier back for this particular game. Um, what else I'm gonna say about it? My issue with the game is I don't see any OTG. I want to see two things. I want to see some OTG, and I want to see a little bit of the enemies to be a little bit harder. I don't want it's it's a superhero beat 'em up, so the superheroes are gonna be ridiculously overpowered. I know, I get it, but if you're gonna have the enemies look like putties, then you better have a crazy amount of enemies, just like that little sequence with all those like bee-looking, wasp-looking enemies that came on the screen. So, but other than that, this game looks like it's gonna be one of the beat 'em ups of the. It's probably gonna be beat 'em up of the year because they drop in just at the tail end of the year, and yeah, this game is gonna be freaking crazy, man. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one between Absalom and this, or Absalom and this. It's gonna be a tough call between the two. But this year is looking like a good year for beat 'em ups. We're gonna have a decent amount. You know what I'm saying? So, also, I know Max chirped in their ear about having a versus mode. So we'll see how that is. I take back my comment about having an evasive option. I guess the dodge mechanic is gonna be a evasive option you can have, and I guess this is a beat 'em up, and it's gonna have a versus mode. It don't have to be too in depth, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So it's just be another feature people can have fun with. So let's see what this game has in store. This game definitely has a lot in store so far. A lot of stuff packed into this game that I'm very excited about. I'm sure everyone else is excited about. When it comes to the mechanics, the freaking the team combos, the assists, like I've never seen a beat 'em up with assists like this. They literally extracted Marvel vs. Capcom, but expanded upon it in a beat 'em up. Because Marvel vs. Capcom, they have assists, but your assist you can only do, I think you can only do 3 different things with your assist. Like the assist can't do as many things as you could do in this game with that you're able to do. Really, like there's a limit to what your assist can do in Marvel versus Capcom or a lot of tag games. This game is either on par with it or has more that you could do with your assist, which is definitely dope, man. It's gonna be pandemonium. It's gonna be crazy when this game comes out. So yeah, I mean, this is my analysis video on it. Again, mechanics is solid. I just want OTG. Enemies need to be bumped up a little bit, the difficulty. Um, lower the refresh rate of the projectiles because it's too quick. But yeah, what you guys think, man? Is this game gonna be something dope or not? Let me know. That being said, this is your boy Wes Amani. Peace. All right, I'll be right back, people. I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back.